I'm done qualifying it. I said this on the show on Monday. I said, I'm no more qualifying the American flag. See, that's the thing. People want to come at you and they say, well, you hang a POW flag on the White House underneath the American flag. Yeah, but that's not in antithesis to the American flag, and it's not complimenting the American flag. That stands alone for its own thing, right? So when you put the pride flag up there, I'm so sick of this subject. I really am, and I'm going to belabor the point because I think I'm getting through to some people here. When you have to put something up there that says, no, the American flag doesn't say everything it needs to say, we've got to add more, that's wrong. That's wrong. So people say, well, what about the state flags? What about my Marine flag, mother? Yeah, it stands for the Marines. You know what? That's a very exclusive flag. If I put a Marine flag on the back of my truck and drove it around, and you drive by me and go, hoorah! I'd be like, what are you talking about? Semper Fi. Okay, I'm not a Marine. It excludes me. And so those of you out there who keep coming at me and saying, you're just a bigot for hating on, no. You're the bigot because your flag excludes me. And you're throwing rallies and parades that exclude me. You got a whole month that freaking excludes me. I don't exist in your world. You're the bigot. You're the discriminator on a basis of sexual preference. I'm hetero, baby.
We know.
Do we know?
I think that we know.
I've told you I've done some gay shit in my life, but I'm hetero, man. You got to do just enough, Brandon, to know, right?
I mean, look, you're more insecure if you can't say that, I think.
Everyone
100%.
experiments in college.
Well, it wasn't college.
It was last night.
I mean, when you brush your teeth and you hit the molars and gag a little, you know you're not gay. See, it's not, you're not, it's the way it is. I wasn't born gay.
So gay people fly the pride flag because the American flag excludes them.
Well, the American flag's not enough because that's the argument they've made this entire week, because I'm just pissed over this whole White House Pride Day, which we're going to show you some more stuff. But I know you're sick of seeing it, but I'm sick of talking about it. But I'm just as long as they're going to keep cramming it down my throat from corporate America and from the White House and everywhere else, this whole month, I'm going to push back. And the whole thing that they've been saying is, no, now we're including everyone. No, we were already including everyone. See, you guys pushed the envelope. Now you've screwed the pooch. You've painted yourself into a corner. And let me tell you what I mean by that. There's no oppression. There's no persecution. There's nobody, by and large, America's not out there telling you can't be gay. There's no right that you don't have. And yet you're going to come and you're going to continue to push it down everybody's throat, slam it in their faces and say, we need more, we need more, we need more. It goes back to what I've been saying for 30 years. You weren't after equality, you're after control. I said it on your show Monday. That's why they have to, just by the sheer nature of the fact, they have to go after children. Don't say you're not going after children. The Baptist Church tries to recruit the next generation. The Boy Scouts try to recruit the next generation. The Republican Party, the Democratic Party, why do you think they use Chris Mowry and Harry Sisson? They're recruiting the next generation. Anything that's going to last generationally has got to, by nature, go after the next generation. So, of course, the LGBTQ plus percent point, whatever, is going after the next generation. Yeah. Of course you are.
Yeah.
And guess what? We can prove it over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that all of the other things that you mentioned aren't, things of a sexual nature.
Yeah.
This, by definition, is.
Yeah.
So
you want to hear about my sex life? Sometimes you do.
I mean, I wouldn't say sometimes I do want to. Sometimes I just do hear about it.
You just hear about it.
Yeah.
But you were like, I didn't want to hear that.
I'm never given a choice.
I don't really want to hear about anybody's sex life unless I'm involved.
Right.
Let's talk about it.
I just cannot imagine being that interested in anyone else's sex life or making sure that the first thing that someone learned about me was who I like to screw.
Well, I can tell you this. I've known Brandon and George for a long time sitting over there, and never once have we explored one another's sex life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought Brandon was gay for a long time.
He might be. I don't know.
He might be. But we've never talked about it. For crying out loud. And here's who I'm holding accountable at this point. Those of you out there who say, well, these pride guys, these LGBT, the alphabet mafia, the radical, outspoken ones, and you know who you are. So the people, I know gay people. That sounds so stupid to say. Gay people. Why do you have to qualify everybody? I know a black guy. I got a black friend. Stop. I got gay friends. We chew tobacco together, among other things. But those people out there who say, well, no, you're just your average rank and file gay. You're the one is responsible for pulling those people, the radicals, back in. You're the ones who, because listen, you gotta police your own. That sounds weird to say, but you can't keep. You know those people that are out there. You know who can help the black community, the urban community that's out there with fatherlessness, right. You know, at 76%, and dealing with the black on black crime and the shootings and the murder and the homicide rate and the abortions. You know who can police that?
Black leaders.
Black leaders. Who have some common sense and know how to bring it together instead of your Al Sharptons and your Jesse Jacksons who are race baiters, and they need that stuff to continue happening so they've got a platform and can make money. Yep. So the same applies to if your sexuality. If that's the conversation we're going to freaking have, let's have it. Because I don't blush, bitch. I don't blush. I don't care where you're putting your wiener. I don't care where it's at. But when you do stuff like this, this pisses me off. Play clip number 13.
It's hard to be a hater when there's so much love in the world.
Yeah, retweet to that. Wow.
Everyone around the world should celebrate Pride. Pride means that you're special.
Yeah.
And loving.
Yeah.
And kindness.
Yeah, Pride does mean all those things. So what is Pride?
About people who are queer, and queer is two people of the same gender who have crushes on each other.
Do you think kids should be at Pride?
Yeah. Usually they mostly experience, like, in stories, straight stuff. So it's good for kids to also know about queer stuff. I am non-binary.
Yeah?
I have the perfect cape for it.
A flag. Yes.
It is fantabulous. I don't care if anyone says no if this is not fantabulous, because it is fantabulous.
Isn't that cute?
No.
Yeah.
No. That's child abuse.
It is child abuse. And so I want to keep pushing this because, again, the Twitter rereads want to come at me and say, you can't show me where the LGBT whatever community is going after children. Just did it right there. That is what they call grooming. Someone taught those kids that vocabulary and put that logic in their head. And that kid's talking about it's okay to be queer. It's okay for kids to be queer. It's okay to be.
They show so many straight people in books. We need queer people too. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he came up with that all by himself.
Yeah, I'm non-binary.
Right.
Really?
Right. I love too that one of them said Pride is special. It's for special people. And another one said everyone should celebrate Pride. Like, you guys are literally teaching little kids to celebrate who adults have sex with.
Yeah.
Are you proud of yourselves?
So yesterday I tweeted that video out and someone commented and said, being special and being kind and being caring, that's what's wrong with that. Why don't you just do a video about being caring and kind?
Right. That's not what Pride is about.
Right. I mean, we've shown you ad nauseum these images of. So yeah, I mean, why can't you just do a video about kids being kind to one another? That's an amazing concept, right?
Wow. It's almost like that's not actually what they want to do to the children,
no,
Chad.
No, but you know. No, sir, it's not. It's not, indeed. I think we've proven at this point that it is not what they want to do to the children. You know, so I reminded when Phil Robertson, when they jumped on him because he did that interview years ago, and they tried to cancel Duck Dynasty. And I'll never forget Al Robertson telling me the story of when they did that article, they did that interview with Phil Robertson. And this is how the left twists everything to try to create a narrative. You know, they asked him about growing up in Louisiana at a time when Jim Crow was happening, but he just said, well, what was it like? They asked him, what was it like growing up in Louisiana? What was your relationship with blacks? And he said, didn't really think about it. He said, you know, we worked on the side of the road, and when it was time to take a break, we went and had a drink out of the same water bucket.
Right.
You know? The headline was Phil Robertson was okay with Jim Crow South. in the 1950s, 60s, right? That's the slant. What Phil was saying was, we got along just great.
Right.
You have to literally teach people to think with that type of slant and bent. That's what they're doing with kids. You have to create that thing in their head, this separateness, this division. Now, Joe Biden said he was going to unify the country. And this is what we're seeing.
Yeah.
It's on steroids at this point.
Well, he's going to unify the country. What he means by that is you are going to believe what he tells you to believe, and if you don't, I don't know, you might get thrown into a re-education camp or something. That's his idea of unity.
Well, I don't know how many times I got to tell people. In 1918, when the Bolsheviks took over in Russia, they took the kids out of the home and they put them in education schools for communism. Whenever Hitler was rising to power, they had the Nazi youth. And it's, again, you have to, and listen, I've said over and over again, if the Baptist church was doing this, sexualizing kids, and listen, here's the thing, predators are everywhere children are, okay? The statistically greatest chance you have of getting sexually abused is in a school, is in the school. That's a statistical fact, okay? Wherever there's kids, there's predators. There's people who do bad things, they do dumb things. And scouts, churches, whatever. So your argument about what people do in the dark, you bring me the video, the prevalent videos of these people who normally do their crap in the dark. You bring me those videos, we'll show them on this show.
Right.
You'll show them on your show.
Yes.
But you're doing it in the light. So I can easily find this. This is on Twitter, it's on Instagram, it's wherever videos are made. And what I said about this Pride Day at the White House was, I said, they're going to make this look like some pure, wholesome deal. There's Pete and Jason Buttigieg with their arms around each other in front of that pride flag on the White House. A lot of people have come to me and said, that's Photoshopped. Shut the... It's not Photoshopped. They draped the flag on the front of the White House, front and center. It wasn't all daisies and roses and anal beads. It was a whole lot more going on. And I said, once that thing is put out there and the stamp of approval by the general public and the president are made on this deal, you're going to start seeing some wild shit of what was really going on the White House lawn. Just give it a minute, because these people can't keep what they do in the dark.
They can't.
They literally have been given permission to show their depravity. And now we're starting to see those videos come out.